You can see that already on the iPad, the way in which the Switcher Studio app looks like is completely changed. They've just gone through a rebrand. No longer are they called Switcher Studio, they're now just called simply Switcher. So if you would like to download the Switcher app, I'll put a link down in the description below for you to be able to do that. So on the screen then you can see this is where Switcher is, where your video lives. And of course this is quite key because a lot of the videos that you make, record or live stream, they're automatically uploaded to the Switcher video library. The video library is immediately available on your dashboard. When you've logged in, you'll be able to see all of your videos available to you, not just the ones recorded, but you can also, when you click on change library, you'll be able to see local recordings and also cloud videos that have been added, and also the ones you've used in the Switcher player. Underneath that you've got the menu. Again, it's asking me to log in. We'll do that in a moment. It has a range of different tutorials underneath which you can then use. You'll be able to access those once you've logged in, and you've got then access to the help center and a diagnostic data as well. So when we go back to get started, let's log in. Log in with your username and your password, and it will take you to this screen. Now some of these videos I have done already, but you might be interested in looking at the bottom left hand side here, so where it says new live stream, and then you can then select horizontal or vertical. You then have the option then to go new recording, again horizontal or vertical, close that down, and then go up to upload video. So you can actually upload directly from your device or wherever is convenient, and you've also got the menu there as well. Underneath you'll then be able to see the same features, and now of course the video tutorials are available to watch those as well, only once you've logged in. So we're going to go to new recording, we're going to tap the horizontal option. You can see here, I've got a couple of pre-made angles. I haven't brought any other angles at the moment, but we'll show you that it's pretty much the same. On the left hand side, the interface is very similar, but now on the right hand side, underneath where it says broadcasting, you've got three options now. It says record with autosave, live streaming. We'll talk about what live streaming is then. You can then share your destinations and things like that. You can add in your destinations as before, and then custom RTMP, which you can then be able to do. I've got a range of ones here. You can now also live stream to Instagram as well as other places too through the RTMP connection. Click on the plus and it is a very similar assets menu here. Access to the cloud, which you can tap on there, and you can see all the cloud assets are grouped. So you'll then be able to download them all at once rather than having to do them individually, which is a really good quality of life update, I think. And it gives you a count at the top of the number of assets that you've used. I've used 28 out of 1,000. Again, you just go through all the other ones then. Photos very similar. Nothing new really has changed there. Video is good except for the addition of then adding in with the cloud. You can also now, when you add in a video from the cloud, you can also add in a video if it's timed, for example. You can now loop that video, and when you loop that video you can then set how many times you want it to loop, or if you want it to loop infinity until ceased, and then you can also say how many times you want it to loop and it will then automatically stop. So it's a really good way of just tapping the video, getting it to loop if you want to, or playing it through once and then it will automatically stop the video, close it down, and then you can get back to your productions. In text and graphics, they've added some more options here, including additional timers and animated text. You can then use a whole host of different options here as well, and you can also make your own. You can use software like Keynote or something similar, and then you can make your own asset, and then you can simply import that into Switcher, and you'll have your own lower third or your own graphics or your own animations. So do look out for that video. I will link at the end of this video, so keep watching. Some unusual multi-views here. They've got a whole host of them. Select your inputs and then select from Switcher Cloud. So once you've added your assets, and you can see you've got angles as well that I've already made up, but it's really on this side that I want to talk more about the changes. So in the broadcasting section, you can see we've got record, live streaming, or custom RTMP, and that really was to make it simple and more immediate to be able to go into the software, to be able to know exactly what you wanted to do, and to be able to do what you needed to do super quickly as well. You can just go into each of these. So if I want to live stream, then you can do that. You can then select your destination. This will only work once you have destinations set up within the Switcher dashboard. So you then tap on create a new live stream, and then you can select from your destinations. So at the moment They've removed LinkedIn. It was available before, but that's no longer part of it. And also big changes in Facebook as well. So Facebook now no longer allowing you to live stream directly to groups. So what you have to do is you have to go through custom RTMP, and with custom RTMP then you can set up your event in your Facebook group and then copy the stream details into Switcher. When you tap on select, you can actually batch select different assets as well, which is really nice, and I think that's quite a nice feature because before you would have to select each one individually. So you can batch select now and then do what you wish with those. And then going along the bottom here along this ribbon, you've got these same icons as was prevalent in the previous version. You can also now add a timestamp. So with a timestamp, what you can do is you can then clip a section or mark a section of the video where you think, I want to come back and use this. But really I think one thing we haven't touched on, which I will do in a separate video, is all about the Switcher players and the monetization features. At the top of the screen then you've got a little eye for information. It tells you about the devices that you've got connected at the moment because it's useful to see them on the fly, especially when you're actually recording or live streaming. The other one that I use quite readily is camera control feature. Now with this version you can now do something called electronic PTZ or pull to zoom. So when, for example, you've added an input, and we'll just do that very quickly here. And so you got the top down view. So what you do with electronic PTZ is you enable it, and then what you do is it says here one zoom and drag left or right to pan up and down, and it says tap to dismiss. You see at the bottom right of the window, the preview window's got a yellow box that says PTZ. And what you do here is quite simply pinch and zoom. If I wanted more detail on my keyboard, you just pinch and zoom. But this is the really nice thing. Once you've zoomed, you can then move it around. It's probably about half a second of delay, but that's absolutely fine because when you're doing it slowly or on the fly, it's actually not too bad. And you can use the slider on the left as usual to get full control over that too. I think you'll find it's really versatile. And as I say, you can have 14 days free. I'll leave a link down in the description below where if you sign up using the link joinswitcher.com, then you will be able to get access to the app for 14 days, try out all the features, and there are numerous features as well. Do check out the videos that I've done around the Switcher player and all the new online dashboard features, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks very much for watching.